Wednesday, May 13th. May I have a
Gonna
roll
move
call,
it.
please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Present.
Commissioner Curry,
Here.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Here.
Commissioner Jablonski is absent, Commissioner Cernovich,
Here.
Commissioner Willoughby is absent, Commissioner Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Fiasconi,
Here.
Chairman Cashman.
Here. First order of business, is any public comment for non-agenda items? Anyone here, non-agenda item? No? Okay, we'll move on. Next, approval of minutes, our April 6th, 2026 minutes. Do the commissioners have any requested revisions or additions to the minutes?
None.
Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes as submitted?
Krillenberger, so motions.
Seconded Moore.
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiasconi, Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Next, we have signed permit reviews. We have two tonight. The first is case A-5-2026 for 29 East First Street, Enclave Co-working, installation of one wall sign. Is there someone here for the applicant?
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Yeah, back for a second
Yeah,
time
good
here.
to see you again.
My name is Dan Johnson. I'm the GM for Enclave Co-working. We're opening a new location here on 29 East First Street above the Egg Harbor, taking the majority of that second floor. To access that space, you need to use the pedestrian walkway to the left side under the black iron gate. And so we're wanting to put our sign above that gate just so that people have an easy way to navigate through to our door. We already have a blade sign approved for our actual door. And so that will be getting installed soon. And so that is the proposed, artwork and design. It's a better adherence to the gate than our previous design was in my first submission. So.
Great, thank you. Laurel, questions or comments?
I agree with the findings of the Historic Preservation Commission that the sign is more appropriate to the architectural context and to the pedestrian environment. I was a little curious. I noticed that the sign said letter size 0.25 inch, and I'm assuming that means the width of the letters?
Yeah, it's like the depth of
Oh, the
off
depth.
of the
Okay.
the placard piece, basically. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was my only question.
Okay.
Just making sure that it wasn't gonna,
Yeah.
there wasn't a typo,
Right.
essentially. Good, thank
Okay.
you.
Awesome. Thanks.
No? Jim?
Yeah, appreciate the revisions and the, I don't even know what verb to use. Revisions, I'll just say revisions. I have no comments.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Cynthia?
I like it better than what was done before. I've always been concerned about this being on the metal gates, as it's just seems to draw too much attention when it should be something that's used by everyone. However, I think it does look nice where you placed it. I'm wondering about the size of it, if it needs to be, how tall are the letters? I was just looking for my notes.
Total sign is 15 inches tall.
Yeah.
It's
So-
15 inches and the letters are,
Probably about.
Five, probably.
yeah, and I understand because Lovato is so huge that you don't want yours to look so teeny.
Right, and yeah, we were gonna have to redo that whole sign or split it in half, and so it was becoming a little cumbersome to get that conversation going too.
Okay. Yeah, that was my only question, but much improved from before.
Awesome.
And that's gonna have a plate on the back.
Right,
Sign
yeah,
in
it's
the
like
front,
it's like kind of a box adherence around the full gate, so that it'll be very secure. Obviously no wind's gonna affect it. It's all metal, so.
Okay. Are you taking, forgive me for not remembering this, are you taking that whole second floor?
Pretty much, I think there's a few offices on the front portion, but it's probably like 80% of the space up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was concerned, is there anybody else who might want to say then they'd have to use that same entrance, correct?
Correct.
To
Yeah,
get
they do.
upstairs.
Yeah, there's a few offices in the front that are rented out, but they've been there for a long time and haven't said anything about signage.
Okay.
And I think the landlord would obviously have to give us the preference on, the limited amount that we can have,
Would
square
that be any
footage of
issue,
signs.
Bethany, if somebody else comes in and says, no, we want a sign there too?
It could be down the road. The unfortunate thing with our sign code, we see this sometimes, is sometimes all of the signage is used on a building. In this case, they're perfectly meeting it. There's enough for Lovato, there's enough for Egg Harbor, and they are the largest tenant on the second floor, so the landlord can decide to give a certain amount of signage over to a certain tenant.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. Julie?
I like the changes that were made, and
Thank you.
I think it looks great.
Awesome, thank you.
Anna?
Same for me. No other comments.
Same for me.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate the revisions. I think it looks nice. Looks like it fits in with that existing gate, so, thank you.
Awesome, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a great night.
You
Do
too.
I have a motion to approve case A-5-2026 as submitted?
Motion to approve Curry?
Give a second.
Second, Cernovich?
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Jablonski. Oh, he's absent. Commissioner Cernovich,
I can hear him.
Commissioner Fiascone,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Okay, next order of business is case
Good luck.
8-10-2026. Sign print review for 333 West Chestnut Street, multi-tenant office building, installation of 1 ground sign and 4 wall signs. Do we have someone here representing the applicant? Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Heather. How are you? Can you tell us your names?
I'm Jen Lambert. I'm the owner of the building, and this is Robbie Whitehead.
I'm with Olympic Sign Company out of Lombard.
Great. You give us, want to give us an overview, then we'll see if we have any questions.
Okay, great.
So, looking to install 2 channel letter sets, facelit, illuminated, low temperature LED on the building, and then also a multi-tenant display. So the multi-tenant opaque backgrounds, only the logos to light up at night, and then brick as well. Happy to answer any questions on the signs themselves, and then building questions would be for Jen, but that's what we're here for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Scott?
I think it's a pretty darn good file. It's very comprehensive. Every single thing that I could think of to look at was addressed. I mean, setbacks, site triangles, height, all of it. So well done on that. Thank you. I think the signs look good to me. 30, can we do 3,500 Kelvin, please? Yeah. Thank you. That was really kind of the only thing I had at this point. And then for you, Miss Owner, Mrs. Owner, the in-ground sign, whatever we're gonna call that.
Ground sign.
Yeah, thank you. The monument sign. What happens if you get more tenants? What do you do then?
I think we could just rearrange the sign, but a lot of those tenants are on 7-year leases. So
Okay.
they'll be there for a while.
Great. So you don't anticipate adding more, shrinking things down? Because
I'm sure Robbie would be happy to charge me a little bit more money to reconfigure the sign.
okay. All right, good. I think it's good looking, both night and day, so I'm good with it.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Anna?
It looks good. My only concern, or I guess comment, is the monument sign, feels a little tall for me, a little big. Is that a situation where it can be a little smaller?
Well, we saw some of the, I don't know if you've seen the ones right directly across from the building. I think it's 534, 334, right across the street. The monument signs are about that same size.
The same height?
Probably. I took a couple of pictures. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, I would love
Okay.
to.
But
It's
we'll
hard to
do as
see,
you wish.
honestly, it's hard to see when it's,
Right.
a rendering, yeah.
Yeah, and to speak out of turn a little bit, and these are within village guidelines? I'm holding up the monument sign.
The sizing is
Yeah.
code compliant.
It
and
is
then
big-
I
it
know
is-
there's commissioners that would like
Yeah,
to talk
they are
about
way
the
bigger than I
colors.
remembered, for sure.
I think your sign's bigger though.
We're not used to seeing a sign there either. You know, it's like it's a low-level ground sign.
Right.
But this is not a cheap sign.
Jen, do you
Sure.
mind,
Thank
going,
you.
after you show everyone, will you go back to the microphone just so it's recorded?
Like the bank signs out there. Not sure what that picture was.
Yeah.
That one's on the building. But this one's in the yard for Huntington.
How tall is that, do you know?
That's a good question. I measured
Doesn't look as tall as,
And this one is out there at, I don't have my glasses on, but it says 534, I think.
okay.
So another, and this is almost
the
right
west,
across the
yeah.
street.
It's not good.
Oh, yeah. maybe a 6-foot sign.
You think it's a 6?
I, just
hard to
eyeballing it, yeah.
We gonna turn two or no?
I would keep.
Wait.
That one's
Okay.
a big one that's just on the side of the building.
Yes,
And that's
Yay.
right. Yeah.
Let's go.
Other comments, questions, Sam? Nope. Julie?
I have a question, to start with your ground sign. Now, are you keeping the colors?
The tenants like the colors for their businesses and logos, but if you don't like them, we can change that.
Because I'm, the limit is 3 colors, and I consider, I'm seeing 5 colors.
So how many colors are there supposed to
3
be?
are permitted,
3 colors. The black is considered a background.
and the white is also not considered, but I'm counting kind of like 3 shades of blue, then the orange, and then the pink.
I think it looks nice, but I'll do as you wish. If that's the code, we have to follow it, but
Yeah, that's the
I think
code.
it looks so nice, and we'll do as you wish.
Yeah, it's a peculiarity of our code, but we only allow 3 colors. on
Okay.
signs. We've had corporate logos changed to
Okay.
comply.
We'll
So-
tell them.
Okay.
So you'd have to figure out what's the case, but the black doesn't count. The white does count.
The white would count,
would count.
just the background color would be
Yeah.
excluded.
So you basically have, white, and you could have blue, and then you have 1 more color.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll follow.
Staff can work with the sign contractor to work on those colors.
Okay.
This was something that I did look into 8 Salt Creek and the past precedent from the
Right.
Plan Commission before on this. So we'll work with the contractor to get those colors.
It comes up frequently.
Okay.
And actually, I drove around Hinsdale
Mm-hmm.
to see if there were any other ground signs like that with logos and with colors.
Okay.
And I did not see another sign like that in the village, including Ogden Avenue.
You're helping me know what to say to the tenants.
Okay. I would prefer.
That's fine with me.
Most ground signs, first of all, I also think the sign is too big in fitting in with the character of the neighborhood. I mean, you have the Kettering, building next door. You have the History Museum on one side, and then your residential. And I also took some photos. But you're right about Huntington Bank. But the other signs that I'm seeing in the area are more understated, especially the ground signs. They're basically black and white, no logos. And I just think your sign is really big for the area.
Does it help if we are going to put some nice landscaping around the sign too?
I'm looking at the section of the code. Visual sorry, somebody help me here. Compatibility. To be located like with surrounding buildings and structures in terms of height, size, proportion, scale, materials. So in other words, the signs need to fit in with what is in the area.
Okay.
And I have some
Is your
examples
concern
here.
more the height, or what's your concern?
Well, my concern is the height. I would rather see a sign like what Grant Square has, or 534 Chestnut. I don't think any of these signs that are nearby are 8 feet tall and 8.5 feet wide.
I'm not good at eyeballing it. I believe you.
Like here's another one on Chestnut.
Those are my pictures. Those are the same ones.
Are we? Okay. Grant Square, you can see white and black.
That one's big, I know that.
Well, it's big, but it's
looked at that,
different
yeah.
because, each sign is
Yeah.
smaller, it's tall. I feel like your sign, it's gonna be like you're driving down the street and be like, whoa, but not in a good way. And I want you to be successful. but I think you need to make some changes to the ground sign.
Like how, what do you
Yeah,
recommend?
that's what I'm saying. Is it the height mostly?
It's the height, I would say the bulk. I mean, the height, it's so wide, I'd like to see, the colors gone with the logos. You could maybe keep the logos. But like, you know, this kind of fits in. It's not overwhelming.
The brick's nice though. Do you like the brick?
I'm fine with the brick.
That's the most expensive part.
Of course it is.
What'd you say?
She said that's the most expensive part.
You know, you have this across the street from you, and that fits in so well. I'm also looking at a section that says, the proposed sign, materials of high quality, which it is, but it has a good relationship with the design and character of the neighborhood. So I think you need to, I would prefer the sign would fit in more.
What's the
just
appropriate?
from a height perspective though, right? Aesthetically, the brick ties into the locality.
Yes,
of
I'm
the
fine with
nature,
the
and
brick,
that's-
yes.
That's harmonious with everything around it, the brick itself. What's not, you're saying, is the height. The height,
height.
you think it's too tall.
I think it's too tall.
Look, if you reduce the height in order to get the 5 signs, and you get it wider, like 3 rows, 3 columns versus 2,
Yes,
and dropped it to 6 feet or something.
right, maybe
something
you don't
proportionally.
need Vista Mark on the top.
But that's the
my-
name of the
Yeah.
facility, right?
Maybe shorten it by
Just bringing it down.
bringing it, like,
Bringing
coming-
it down.
Okay.
What if Vistamart got squished into the current rectangle under the gray line at the top?
Incorporating Vistamark into the cabinet itself rather than its own.
That's a
Well
good
put.
idea.
And it's basically,
That will save us 16 inches alone
Yeah.
by doing that.
Mhm.
So,
but then would you have to reconfigure the kind of width of it to get your,
not if,
Probably, yeah.
no, not if we maintain the cabinet within the actual like footprint of the brick, the width would remain the same. It would just, we wouldn't have that additional piece on top. And we could resize accordingly with the colors.
is Vista Mark the building owner? Is that you?
That's my husband's
Okay.
business,
Okay,
so he's one
So
of the
they-
tenants there too, so.
and you're not the top
Oh.
panel? Come on.
He worked a good deal, right?
How Midwest get above you there?
So I have a related question that might be worth hearing before we go too far down the path of how to rearrange the front. I'm wondering about the back of the sign, because it appears that the signage is just on the front and the side. What's on the back? Are the logos on the back as well?
I don't think
No,
so.
it's just brick.
Okay.
Just for,
So, to me, Chicago Avenue is a lot busier than Chestnut Street. And so it could be that people who know the area won't be really as concerned about how to get there and looking at the sign in the same way as people who don't know the area. For those people, their GPS could be bringing them in from Chicago Avenue down Clay Street, and it would be really great for the signs to be visible on the back as well. And so, in terms of like the square footage of what you can have for a ground sign, that calculation might change if you're doubling that space, you know, this front and back rather than just front.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if we put it into like GPS, how it takes you.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So you could find the sign.
yeah, and then I was thinking about the landscaping too, and because with your plan, which is very nicely done and great plant selections and so forth, but there's clearly a front because it gets that extra row of plants, and you could even that up so that if the back does have signage on it and it's not just blank, you could even that up as well, so that the whole thing would be kind of equally landscaped on both sides.
Where did you want it to be seen from?
It's at an angle right now,
Yeah.
the ground sign, the low one. So we weren't trying to reinvent the wheel, just do what the previous,
Is
how
that
it was
one-
built in 1987.
Is that one just one-sided right now?
That one's
don't know.
two-sided.
Two-sided, but it's pretty
It's,
small.
it's like a small,
But it's
it's
super
like,
short.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then as far as the
So
square
it's like
footage
that.
calculation, Bethany would probably know more than the sign guy, but I do feel like it's the overall footprint of the actual sign, like they draw a box around the sign. I don't know that adding another cabinet necessarily adds to the square footage. I think it's more calculated height by width, and then the tenants are within that boxed area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so the way signage is calculated is the structural areas such as the brick would not be included. The sign face area portions are included, so those individual tenant panels drawing the box around the entire area, as well as the box around the Vista Mark center area. So, and the way signage is calculated is it's based, if it's a double-sided sign, which I think these plans do say it is two-sided, you still only count it based on the one side. So they can have both sides, but
Okay.
I always
50
assumed it
square.
was a two-sided sign.
I did
the way
too.
it's-
I did
too, the way it was. I did
Number 4 on
too.
page 6 says
Number 4.
two-sided internally
Yeah.
illuminated.
Because if not, you'd
Oh,
want
I
to turn it
missed that.
90 degrees.
Okay,
So I appreciate
Okay.
that, Laurel, thank you.
So-
we'll-
it is two-sided.
It is two-sided, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it
No,
would
I
have
was,
to be the
I
way you
was
have
just
it
looking at the
positioned on
detailed
the
view
lot.
that showed front and side.
Double-sided.
So if you
My
turned
apology.
it,
It's the same, we want to put it as the same position as the current sign that's 12 inches off the ground now. It'd be the same position. My mistake, it's double-sided, so tenants on both sides.
Okay, good.
And I believe the applicant included a photo of the existing ground sign in their packet.
Yeah.
If you go to page 9, and you can see how small that current sign is.
Yes. So if we, well, let's continue on. You have more, Julie? Any other-
No, my concerns were the height. I just think it's too much bulk for that part of town and with the other buildings surrounding it, like residential down at the end of the street. And then the sign colors, how are you going to change that? And the lights will go off at
Yeah. 10
On a
o'clock.
timer.
10 PM?
Yeah, it's on the drawings. On the side. Any other comments, Julie?
No, are we doing this sign first and then wall sign, or?
No, we're doing all of them.
Okay. The wall sign, I'm sorry, everybody teases me, I'm like, visual clutter, I'm not a big fan of too much signage. I would prefer if that sign could be a bit smaller. And
Is that the one on the
like the sign right across the street from you, immediate care, I think is just white letters. Oh, and a question, on one drawing you had on the south side of the building,
No, the Julie's 3-color.
it is, okay. The one drawing you had the wall signage on the west side of the building, or on the east side of the building, the other one has it on the west side?
On the north elevation.
Oh, so
And in the plan, it's shown on the east side of the entry, and in the elevation, it's showed on
So A1 and A2,
the west side.
it's the north and south.
North and south?
Yeah.
Right.
So on the north elevation, on the site plan, it's shown to the east of that door, and then in the elevation, it's shown to the west of the door. Where the tree looks much smaller in this
Right.
winter photo.
Right.
The tree would, I think, block that sign. And I personally think it would be better if it was on the east side, the way you had it in the site plan, because then it moves a little further away from the residential properties. And I also think you get more visibility from the Grant Square direction, which
That's a good
I
point.
think is
So,
an important direction.
so the north side would get moved to the east, you're thinking?
Right. Yeah, and in your plan view,
Is that on
whichever sheet that is, it shows,
Page 2.
yeah, it shows it on the east side of the door, but then on the elevation, it shows it on the west side. I would just prefer, I think it would be better for the neighborhood and just better if it was moved to the opposite side. And I do think you get better visibility because it's pretty open there, the whole Grand Square area. Anyone coming from the east, they would see that sign coming from the west, they're gonna be blocked by the historical museum regardless. So I just think you get better visibility, because there's also the illuminated wall sign for core power, whatever it's called, the yoga, core yoga is on over there.
You're saying move these signs to this side.
No, just move it to your left.
Oh, so
See,
move it over
yeah,
here.
to that
Okay,
wall
gotcha.
surface to the east of that door.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Which is
Move
where,
it where?
that's where it is on page 2.
yeah, on the
Yes.
plan.
So if you look at page 2, that's where you have it.
Well, there's such a pretty tree right there.
The-
And it's
yeah.
pink in the spring.
Well, the tree where it is right now is bigger, and I think it blocks your sign, like, if you look at the size of it, you couldn't even see that sign currently.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
The one is more wispy on the east side,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, so I think you could trim a branch or something, you'd be able to see that tree, that sign.
Okay.
But do you have an issue with the size of those?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too large.
Okay.
If you could scale it down a little bit. And Steve did make a good point. It would probably get more visibility from Grand Square.
This is like the life of the sign guy. So like, we can scale it down, but you know, like Midwest, they're very particular about their logo and their like stroke of their logo. So when we
Robbie, do you mind going and
Yeah,
speaking
so we
into
can
the
hear.
mic? Apologies.
sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay.
So they're very particular about the stroke of their logo, and our fabrication, when we shrink things down, our bit is only so small to like route letters. So in order to keep their corporate standard, we cannot make this logo much smaller while keeping their actual logo, the blue logo, because those strokes are so thin already. I will certainly revise and make it as small as we can, but in order to, we could do it if it was non-lit, but they want an illuminated sign, so in order to keep that illuminated,
Right.
the strokes are very limited. So totally get it. Just know that it's gonna be tough to bring it down even farther just because of the fabrication limitation and Midwest logo, so.
Okay, that's good to know. And well, that's one thing, we'll see what our consensus is as far as the vote. Any other comments on those wall signs?
No?
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cynthia?
I was gonna say something about the color, and I agree, because there's the brown in the frame. You state in here that the frame, the brown color is painted. I'm guessing it's powder coated, right? It's not
Yes,
just painted?
it is.
Okay. Because I was concerned about that. And the height bothered me. I think it's a little too tall at 8, and it is 8 feet, I think, correct?
It is currently.
Are we back to the ground sign?
Ground sign.
We're back to the ground sign. I apologize. We're back to the monument. Yeah, and the only other thing is the Vista Mark Center, and I don't want to take that away on you, but I think it's much better without that on there. So as Jim said, if that can be worked down, I don't know if that could fit down at the bottom, Vista Mark Center, 333 Chestnut, on the lower part, or if you want it higher, but, yeah, it's almost like a real estate sign sitting at the
I feel
top.
like there'll be a way we could utilize Vista Mark Center, bring it to within the sign cabinet, keep that on top, but actually have it within the housing of the cabinet, and that's gonna help our height as well.
That would
And
be
make it
great.
wider, because you comply as far as area, size.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be lower and wider.
That's better.
Yeah. Let's see, did I have anything else? No, just that. I was under the assumption that it was a two-sided, so I thought I must have missed something if
Yes,
it's
it is,
one-sided.
It is,
But just the angle of it, I thought one side can't be blank.
right.
So those are, yeah. The house of brick. Oh, the brick, there's no way to build this, it's thin brick. It's just,
Yeah,
so it's a concrete poured, thin brick applied.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. And it's gonna match the building. Okay,
Correct.
everything ditto everyone said, and I like it. Thank you.
Jim?
I think the wall signs look fine. I'm the people who tease you. that you mentioned.
Yes, you are.
So,
The person.
I'll stop there. On the monument sign, the color limit, thank you, Julie, is 2, so however that works out.
Great.
And putting the, and I'll echo, I guess, myself and everybody else, putting Vistamark within the cabinet below the stone cap, I think would be a useful thing. That's all I have.
Thanks, Jim. Laura?
I agree on bringing down the Vistamark Center on the monument sign. And it sounds like that can be done really well. I actually like the monument a lot. I think it's an improvement over what's there right now. It'll look really great with the building. So I'm sure we can,
I'm so
you know,
excited.
massage it and it'll work for everybody.
Thank you.
I do have a question about the wall signs. Is there a color limitation in terms of the wall signs?
Same thing.
Those would be looked at individually with
Okay.
which each of their own wall signs, so I believe those are meeting
Yeah.
So
color
that those are
requirements.
compliant
Oh,
the
is
way
that
they
right?
are?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, then, no comment with regard to the wall signs.
Thanks, Laurel.
I'm glad he was here to hear what the revision is on the sign, so I didn't have to tell him at home.
Quadruple the size.
Just only Vistamark.
Now, Glenn's a bigger sign. The old sign was a trip hazard.
For
It
more
was horrible.
information, go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Vistamark.
I like
With, I mean, Bethany, with us changing trying to reduce the height, I almost think it would make sense to continue this so that you could have an opportunity to come up with an additional design or multiple options if you wanted to, that we could consider. Because I just think there's too many variations for us to make a motion with some criteria.
I would agree. The next Plan Commission meeting is scheduled for Monday, June 8th, so this could be scheduled to continue to then, and we can work with the applicant. The other option is if everyone's comfortable with the wall signs,
Or we
we
could
can approve
spread it.
those and split those up. And then in the packet, they so nicely included a couple of permit exempt signs that they don't need approval for, but they included just for reference. They can move forward with those directional signs without any sort of Plan Commission approval.
What is your timing? I know you're doing renovation now, and
The cardiologists that are renovating right now, they're supposed to start July 1st. I don't think they'll hit that deadline, that time frame. Maybe more like October. But wait, this is being recorded. But the other 30% of the building is already leased.
Okay.
It's already up and running, renovated. It looks sharp. Come over, take a look.
no, it does look a lot better. How would you feel about that, about us making a motion on the wall signs and then you coming back in June for the
I'm
ground sign?
happy. I like to see progress. So I'm
Okay.
excited that
Does the color,
we've been working on these
impact that
signs
at all?
for so
Not on the
long.
wall signs.
because there's color on that too, so
Yeah, but they comply.
they can do it,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I think that would probably make sense.
Yeah.
Commissioners, you feel?
Yes. I like that,
Acceptable
I
to
like
that?
that solution.
And the
Okay.
wall signs will be turned off at
10 o'clock.
10.
10,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they had it clearly in red text
Yep.
on here. I appreciate that.
7 to 10.
And they had the
I
Calvin
always-
of the sign in
I
there
always
too.
like
Yeah,
to
there we
ask
go.
that.
Captain K.
Saw you coming, huh?
Well, I guess could we hear a motion for case A-10-2026 to approve the wall signs with the following modification, that on the north wall sign A2, that it be relocated to the east side of the building entrance versus the west, and that the ground sign, that we continue that and you return for that in June, so we can consider that. And please be free, if there were multiple concepts you want us to look at, we'd be happy to.
Okay.
With the idea of reducing the colors to 3, reducing the height down below that 8 feet, and then coming up with some creative solution to satisfy your husband and the other tenants.
Krillenberger, so motions.
Do we have a second?
Second, more.
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiasconi,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Appreciate your patience.
See you again.
And for the record, we
Yeah.
tease with affection.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Aye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Out on time.
Our next order of business is public meetings. We have one tonight, case A-12-2026, exterior appearance and site plan review, and a sign permit review for Humble Patty Fuller House at 50 South Garfield Avenue and 35 East First Street. Modifications to the site plan for outdoor dining, installation of one wall sign. Welcome.
Hi there. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name's Sam Vlahos. I'm one of the owners of Fuller House, and we are looking to, make that corner continue to be vibrant and open where the old Dips and Dogs was. What you'll see is we're doing a kind of a fast casual smash burger, ice cream, kind of like the old ways, but just a little more nostalgia, modernized, with some really fun seating, especially for kids to hang out with. I think that's the biggest thing after being at Fuller House all these years is, everyone wants a place for their kids to not only hang out, but families to grab quickly, teams to come out. And that's kind of how we developed this idea. I know it's been a little bit of time with that space being vacant. Between me and my sister, who's my partner, life got, hold of us. We've had 5 children all combined in the last 5 years. Our dad passed, so it's been busy. We're glad the restaurants have continued on, and now's going to be our newest project, and we think it's going to be perfect for the downtown, and looking forward to it.
Great, thank you, Sam. I liked your letter. It was very well
Thank
done.
you.
Laurel, questions, comments?
I think it is going to be a really great addition to Hinsdale, great to bring a little more energy back to that corner. I mean, there already is a lot, but Dips and Dogs was a huge hit.
Yep.
And, but, its time came and passed. So this will be just really great. I was thinking about your planter options.
Yep.
And I really appreciated the graphic that you included that showed the same planters as Fuller House, and it's a very cohesive line along the street. So from that standpoint, I really like that. I have a split opinion here, which is not helpful, I know. I do think if you went with powder-coated ones, it would be easier to distinguish this seating being separate from the Fuller House seating, and that might be helpful in terms of people walking out with their food or knowing where to wait for their food or expecting to be seated here or there. If you do go with the powder coat, I might suggest painting them the same blue as the garage door color, just for a really cohesive, tight look. I had hesitation over the internal lighting of the wall sign, but just reading the HPC considerations, and they discussed putting gooseneck lights on the outside of the building, and that seems not right for that building. And so even though this is like a little bit of a departure in terms of other areas of downtown, I think this might be the best, that might be the best solution. So those were kind of the things that stuck out to me.
Great, thanks, Laura.
Mhm.
Jim?
Yeah, that's a Zook building, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very important to the neighborhood, and I appreciate your recognition of Dips and Dogs legacy.
Yep.
And I hadn't realized that Fuller House had been there 11 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So you know the neighborhood, you know the market being served, and I agree with you. It needs. I think you'll fit the needs of the fast casual.
Yeah.
And on everything else, I acknowledge all that, but I have no incremental comments.
Awesome. Thank you.
To Laurel's comment about the 2 options, which do you prefer, what Laurel was saying? Option 2?
I think the design as submitted looks okay, and you're talking about colors?
No, it's the planters, there's like wood planters or powder.
The
or metal
planters can either be the same wood ones that are around the Fuller House outdoor area now, identical to those,
It's
or,
In fact, those.
right, or powder-coated.
Powder coated, like just
Steel or
black, steel,
aluminum.
metal ones that would be a little different. We gave 2 options
Yeah.
of,
Third page from the end.
Oh, okay. As far as that goes, both seem fine.
yeah.
And I don't know, differentiating that business from Fuller House, I don't have any objection to the powder coated.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Jim. Cynthia?
Couple questions. How will, I agree with Laurel, I think the idea is brilliant of changing it because it does differentiate the space and you might have people spilling over into one or the other. And I think the color idea is a great idea. Is the intent now that it was going to be, because I read that it was going to it was suggested to be white, then it was gonna be blue, and then it's white again for the
So
doors?
we had originally,
HPC supported the blue.
The blue, but I thought somewhere in here
No,
I
they
saw.
talked about it, it was discussion. but
Right.
they
ultimately
did.
felt-
So one person mentioned like, it should be white, but then they all kind of agreed, like, they think the blue would very pop at that corner and look very well, sleek and sophisticated.
It
So
does.
that was kind of what they had mentioned.
Okay, so it's gonna be the blue.
It's gonna be the blue.
The entrance to the site
Yes.
is from which side?
The entrance will be to the space,
To the
From
space.
Garfield.
right, yeah, so right on Garfield to the
Okay.
left,
Okay.
there will be an opening where kind of the two planters go, and on the left-hand side of it will kind of be a nice looking fence that kind of coverts the spaces, so you don't kind of blend into there, and you kind of do realize that it's two separate restaurants, which that is, I know that, people will know that we're the owners of it, but the whole idea is that it is two separate restaurants for our sake too. So we're really gonna put an emphasis on making sure that, Fuller House people don't even like step foot in front of that building anymore, as they do right now, just with outdoor operation, and kind of control it more from the side area for Fuller House, if that makes sense. More by like the exterior bathroom of Humboldt, but like pushed out a little.
Right. Glad you brought up bathroom. There's only one bathroom, right?
Correct.
And my concern is the cars and the parking, especially with the hardware store there, and things happen. Is there gonna be something in a heavier barricade on that end of the building?
Where the cars are.
Yes.
So if you look at the plans, like the wooden, that kind of wooden bench.
Right, that's there.
That's what we're putting there.
That's what but I mean, you're gonna put that there, but is that the one people could sit on that too?
So yes, they'll be able to sit from
It's
the
a bench.
from the front of it on our side. So
Oh,
like,
on your side?
yes,
Okay,
they
great.
can't sit
Okay.
around it.
They
Yeah.
can't sit on
They
the
can't sit on the
outside.
opposite side. That will be flat.
Okay.
And then the planters are on the north side of
The
that.
planters are on the north side. Yeah.
I
think
don't
the
mean to
plans-
interrupt, but
Yeah.
inside, along those lines, just Alfred,
Yeah.
inside of that wall, can you do some safety, balusters or what? I mean, it's just there's, so, yeah,
Yeah,
just because people hit that gas and we've had it go through stores, right? Because you
Sure.
hit the gas and it goes straight.
Like
Within
where?
the,
Sorry.
like the planter on the north side.
Planter on the north side. Okay.
You know where the two cars are
The
parked?
two cars that are parked there.
Yeah, so inside that planter, put bollards there and then build a planter around it.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have no problem, obviously, via the landlord and everything. I guess we would just have to kind of gauge how we'd want, like, just like one ballard or like two, and
I'm
how.
definitely not the person to answer that question, but maybe.
And like the aesthetics of it, obviously, because
The village can help you with
the
that.
biggest issue that we have there that we'll have to figure out is that garbage area gets picked up every day, and that has to be pulled out. Like they
Yeah.
open that, so we would just have to figure out the spacing. We're not against it. More safety, the better for
Yeah,
us.
we just had the instance, obviously,
course.
Colors and Cafe La Fortuna and
Yeah,
all
no.
that, and it's,
Yeah, exactly.
I
and
just
trying
would hate to not-
avoid
Yeah.
an issue before you get all built up, and then it seems that maybe we should have.
Yeah.
And what makes me
I guess,
nervous,
like-
sometimes I see cars, nobody in the driver's seat, they run into somewhere and their car's running,
Yeah.
but nobody's in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And that always, it's not.
Because those are private parking spots as well. So the access to it, I know, is not free. Obviously you can still not frequent, but the landlord does rent those spaces out to a tenant.
Oh, those are not public?
which-
Those
Oh,
are not
okay.
those are
two
not
spaces.
public,
So that's helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
as far as my knowledge goes.
Which
It's
the
a
two-
shared parking
right.
lot
It's a
with Fuller's
those
hardware store.
there, really?
Yeah.
But those
It's very-
two
it's-
are dedicated that are right in front of the dumpster area. Because there was problems prior because someone would leave their car and the dumpster couldn't get
Right.
or trash couldn't get in. But we can definitely look at it. Our building was just actually sold, so we do have a new landlord who is looking to help with safety stuff and all that. So no problem with.
Yeah, here's what it looks like right
And,
now.
and to
Reserved parking only.
to confirm, and Sam, maybe you can speak to this, that bench seating will be fixed in place.
It will.
So it's not gonna be movable,
And it will
that
be heavy.
L-shaped
Yeah,
is
I
gonna
mean,
be anchored to the ground based on these plans.
But strong enough, Bethany, that if a car did hit it back, somebody hit the gas
I
instead
mean,
of the.
we can certainly look at reinforcement options within that bench seating
Yeah.
area. I don't know if the plans gave enough detail that even the planters were gonna be affixed to the ground. The current ones
The
for
current
Fuller
ones-
House are affixed,
Yeah.
but not to like a vehicle impact rating.
Correct.
Aren't the ones down in front of Danucci, when it was Il Poggiolo, didn't they put vehicle impact rated planters down there?
For a lot of the outdoor dining areas, even for Fuller House in the public right-of-way, in certain areas where there could be vehicle impacts, they've put black painted jersey barriers,
Okay,
just as an extra level of support.
I see, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And when we say like, are we talking about like, I guess, like the.
Well, like a
the
concrete-filled steel
like the-
pipe.
Like the straight ones up, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Because
the
if you
ones they
put
put
two
in.
of
I
them
just worry
there-
that that's gonna be like, I'm all for, like, it's almost better to get like cement planters or something, in my opinion, to like, that could withstand it, cause you're gonna have to have, depending, I don't know if I just don't know if the space allows it,
You would basically have to replace the parking bumpers that you have there with bollards.
okay.
And you could put 2 bollards in and mount the reserved parking signs to the bollards.
I understand the sensitivity to this,
Yeah.
given what's going on. If we can make a suggestion as a plan commission to increase safety, and it sounds like you're completely on board, but is this our responsibility?
No, this would be the building department.
Oh.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I believe Humble Patty is a renter, and so this would be something that would also need to be brought up with the building management, who's not here tonight.
And that was,
Building
that was
owner.
gonna be my question. You said it just sold,
The building just sold,
so the one, all of it in
The entire
Fuller
building.
House and this building?
yes,
Okay.
the one part, like, or it's like, I think it's like 2 parcels, but it's sold
Yeah.
to one person, yeah.
How recently, and do we know who the owner is?
He's a local owner, I'd say within the last 2 or 3 months.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I should have brought my eyes.
I wonder if some kind of bike signage, or, I don't know that kids would take the time to lock up their bikes if they're just coming in to eat, but I wonder if like a bike corral could be part of this whole bollard concept. So that, because thinking back to the Dips and Dogs days, the junior high students would come on their bikes, but then kids from the elementary schools as well, the older, like 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade,
Yeah.
ride their bikes into town, particularly on a Friday afternoon, and tons of bikes at Dips and Dogs all the time. And so keeping those, like, in an appropriate area, not on the sidewalk, not too close to the cars and so forth. But if you could sort of indicate where you want them, like
Yeah, that's-
organize them ahead of time.
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, because, you know, our goal is to keep people out of that parking lot.
Right.
We don't, the only people that we want to go past the garbage can, like, is our vendors. We don't want people to come around and go that way to walk past those cars even. Our goal is to kind of just, from the sidewalk directly into our space.
I mean, I think they're gonna have to put their bikes are gonna be on the sidewalk.
So I think that's
Outside.
like,
Then
I mean,
they'll be
I'd
on
love
the
to look
sidewalk.
at a bike. Obviously, there's, you know, these kids, they bike everywhere and everything. And they're probably just going to throw them in the lot sometimes. I think that's the hardest thing, that, you know, with safety and all that, you know, it's hard with kids. You know, it's hard to, you know, we're going to have to enforce them. We're going to have cameras, you know, all around that property, because we kind of know how things can, you know, turn tragic. And I don't think we'd have like the space to really say like, oh, bring your bike. I think it just causes more of a nuisance for inside of our business operation. But I do would love to have like that for them.
But you know, Bethany, as a village, isn't this something we can look ahead? Because we know it's gonna be a problem. Kids are gonna show up, there's gonna be bikes, somebody's gonna
It's
fall.
gonna have to be on
think-
public property though. 'cause
Yeah,
It's no
so-
different than any part of town. There's 0 lot lines.
Right.
So
yeah.
they're leaving their bikes on the sidewalk. That's the
Right.
I
only
think
place
that's
to
the big thing that, you know, I think the hardest thing is that it is such a busy corner, and it's about to get busier, obviously. You know, anything that, the idea is, you know, we're open to it, as well as, you know, anything publicly, the town, I'm sure, would be open to it. You know, hard corner in the downtown, knock on wood, it's been there, but, you know, our goal is to drive more families and children there while doing it safely.
they're gonna have to, kind of along where the tree line is.
Along with the tree line, that'd be, you know,
That's where they
that'd
would
be
put their bikes.
great.
You could still walk past.
You know, I know,
You almost wonder, could you put bike racks there?
Do we
It's
have
public
any
property.
public,
It's public property. The
are
village
there
would
any
have to do it.
public bike
But the
racks
village, could we
downtown?
do bikes, knowing that between Fuller's and now the new establishment, that we do have something provided, so kids know what to do with their
Is that on
bikes?
Kathleen's budget?
Yeah, we would certainly, as you guys know, we also have a downtown safety, we have some safety plans that are going, so we'd certainly want to assess that further. I wouldn't want to agree to it right now, not just for budgetary purposes, but we'd want to look at the safety impacts of that as well. But it's certainly something the plan commission can recommend that the village staff look into,
Maybe a good
of
idea.
relocating a bike rack or looking if within the vicinity, there's possibilities for a bike rack within the public right of way.
Great
That'd be
idea.
good, thank you. Can I, just one other, the surface, I didn't understand, it's gonna be, is it concrete now?
it's,
I-
it,
It's concrete.
it's
And it's
concrete now.
staying concrete,
Yes, it's staying concrete.
staying the same. Yeah, that was, I think, the only other oh, and the lighting, the white light, you're using bright white LED?
For overhanging lights,
Okay.
above it, and then, the signage is different, yeah. But
Okay.
overhanging, just, yeah, bright white LEDs, kind of how Fuller House is, but just, it'll be a little different bulb, I believe.
Okay. I think that's it, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, yeah. Julie?
Most of my questions have been answered. But I'm really excited about your new restaurant. I know my grandson will be very happy to hear there's a place he can walk to. And I think, it's a great fit, you know, for a Zook building that used to be a gas station, going, you know, being a restaurant. So thank you for taking care of that building, and I think it'll be a fun place to go to. Do you know when you'll be opening?
We are gonna work fast. Like we got a team ready to, right when the kids get back to school is our goal. Like first week, second week of August, if everything goes good, we'll be going full speed. We know we missed the summer basically like already now, but we think back to school is the perfect time. Give us the test, like test run before they go to school, because we know, you know, after school is when that's gonna especially be hit, but also at night in the, you know, from September, October, if we get a good November, and then, you know, no seating.
Thanks, Julie. Anna?
Yes, I was reading this as my kids got home from school today, and my elementary schooler did not remember Dips and Dogs, which kind of made me sad. And my middle schooler was like, "Oh my gosh, can I text my friends right now and tell them?" I'm like, "Yes." So they're very excited. And by all means, like, I don't think the whole building needs barriers by any means. I just think those two spots that's definitely something that should be addressed. So, but that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Anna. Scott?
Yeah, barriers are good. Lighting 3,500, no more.
Got it.
On the sign, I would prefer less on the lights.
Okay.
The hanging lights.
Got it.
Just so
Noted.
it doesn't look like
Yep, for sure.
when you're driving down Garfield. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'd be a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's great, and everything about the safety, one way or another, either the cement things that we were talking about, the Jersey barriers or the bollards, just solve the problem and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Scott.
But congratulations as well.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to, I mean, I remember this this gas station as a kid. And
The
then
renderings look amazing. I mean, I saw the old pictures and the files of everything. Look really
I
cool.
kind of forgot the canopy. I mean,
Yeah.
that used to be the cheapest milk in Hinsdale was at that gas
Yes.
station.
Yes, it
right.
was.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
right.
You'd stop there, you know, just for milk and gas. I think I like the planter option too. I do think, and you had it in your letter too about the idea of making this distinct. And I'd just be worried if it was all kind of matched the Fuller, it's gonna all look like Fuller House.
Yeah.
I like that, and I love the idea of using the blue tie-ins
Yeah.
with the building. I think it's a great solution.
I think that would look sharp.
Do the black, end up with like black barriers here and there, the blue would stand out, those would just kind of
Yeah.
fade
No,
away.
tie it with the signage,
I
too.
like that
Yeah.
idea. I like that
Randy with
idea.
the doors, and that would be great.
One little architectural comment is the current half-round louver that looks like they put like an outside air intake or something in it. It's underneath, it's right above your sign. It's a half-round, And it's normally, what it was originally was a typical half-round louver with normally spaced
Oh, yes.
blades. And someone basically put a blank panel in and put a very bad mechanical louver in the middle. I just think it looks terrible, especially when you put a sign there. It's gonna draw your eye to this terrible mechanical louver. But it's because of the size, it's probably outside air intake. I think that should be rebuilt to look like the way it did originally.
Okay.
And then the louver, the mechanical intake could be behind that.
Behind it.
And I think it would make the whole aesthetic look better, because you'll have the keystone, you'd have that louver, which to me, actually, when I first saw the drawing.
And we're talking about directly right above the sign, though.
Exactly.
Like,
It's a half-round.
okay, the things that we just,
The things that, so,
you
the
look at-
Historical Society, I'll give you a quick note, and I was gonna scan them and try to get them to you guys ahead of time, but the time ran out. I do have the original architectural Zook plans here that I brought to the meeting, just in case you'd like to see them. The Historical Society so kindly lent them to staff. We're gonna scan them, get them over to the building owner, because at the HPC, they had mentioned of, what if you put the original garage doors back in? So we wanted to share those plans with the owners, if that's something that they want to look at in the future. The original louver, if you actually look at the plans, almost has a spider web design, and it's actually kind of cool. It's almost a spider web design. So there is some interesting design flexibility that we were talking with Sam about before the meeting.
Yeah, because
That was his trademark.
that's,
yeah, so we'll definitely look into that. My guess is it doesn't serve its purpose right with operation right now.
okay, that'd be great. 'cause
Yeah,
it's-
that's how I feel, at least. I don't think it does.
I just think it really draws, and if it wasn't there, to me, it almost looks like what you smash a burger with.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Well, look at that branding.
I thought when I originally saw
does
this
look like a
package,
tool
and
now
didn't look
that
at
I
it in
think-
detail, I thought
That's
that
funny.
was actually gonna be signage and
For the
was
sign.
the smash.
That's really funny.
Does look like that.
But I just think
yeah.
you're gonna draw
Yeah.
attention to
Got
that,
it.
it'd be nice to clean that up.
Makes sense.
And it's great that there are the drawings there. I love the blue, tying it together, and then I think we can just make a motion to have the building department and police take a look at the safety issue with those 2 parking spaces. And also look into village consideration for bike racks in the area, because it could solve a series of problems.
Great.
There used to be, when I was a kid, I mean, there were bike racks throughout downtown Hinsdale.
Yep.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, because over where the wine store is, that was Baskin Robbins, and there were
Yeah.
a series of bike racks on the sidewalk.
Yep.
And they just put them right by the curb, by the cars, so you can park your bikes and still walk by. And I guess we've taken them all out.
There's none now, are there?
I don't think there's, are there any
There's
downtown?
more, there's much more near the train station.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we can assess that.
Okay. Awesome. But I really, I loved your letter, and I'm really excited about this. And even, it's interesting to hear your daughters talk about it, but my 22-year-old daughter, somehow, we must have been talking, I was reviewing this, and she was like, oh, please tell me they're bringing back dips and dogs. And I said, well, it's gonna be different. And when I told her it was a smash burger, she's like, yes.
Yeah, it's
And she's certainly not a child, but she remembers the dips and dogs days.
love it.
Legendary French fries.
Yes.
It's gonna be a really fun spot. We've done our homework. What we've learned is just we got to be able to feed everybody at a quick pace.
Right.
So that's why we shrunk down the concept, make it super easy, and we think that it's going to be scalable and repeatable. So this will be our first test run.
And I think it ties in well with the new tenant in the train station, too. I think you guys are serving
perfect.
similar groups, but with different menus.
It is. I think for me in the downtown, I think giving the most options of different styles just brings more people every day. So agreed.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve case A-12-2026 with these modifications, that planner option 2, but with the powder coating to match the blue that was being used at the doors. Consideration with the village to consider bollards or Jersey barriers or something, or design of that seating area to be, to address safety of those 2 parking spaces, to consider bike racks in the area for the village, and then to address the existing louver above the sign to restore that to its original condition.
I like that.
Yep.
So moved, more.
Do we have a second?
Second, Cernovich?
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiasconi,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Good luck, Sam.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Appreciate it.
Sam. Nice to see you.
Have a great one.
Thanks. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Grillenberger so moves.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Bethany. Congratulations. You know,